Okay guys, the best way to level a scope, which is very critical, is just to use a line level and put it on top of the Picatinny rails if you're mounting a scope. And if you use a bipod, an adjustable bipod like this, you can adjust it to get it absolutely level and just use anything you want in the back. But anyways, get your scope perfectly dead level, and then don't touch anything, and then take your scope and place it where it's going to go, trying not to disturb anything, and then just go to your cap and put your level right on top of your cap, and grab it, one of the turrets, and get it okay, right there. Pretty good. Now once you tighten your screws down, you might want to double check it, but you want to tighten all four. You want to go in a crisscross pattern and don't tighten one all the way down to make sure you have that. And then if you want to confirm it, can't get it in there. But anyways, you can pick one of these little Stanley string levels. This is made to put on a string, and you can level your rifle pretty accurately like this instead of using those cheap little magnetic ones. Then if you really want to check it out, go hang a string with a weight on it from a tree limb, I don't know, 50, 100 yards away, and then look at it, line the reticle up with it. Now I like to set my rings up. I want my forward ring as far forward as possible. If I go this way, it's only going to come to here, so only can put it on that slot. And when you're tightening it down, you want to put your thumb there and push forward. While you tighten it down, it'll correct right and left as you tighten it down, but you want to push it as far forward as possible when you're tightening it down. And same thing with this one. You want to put your thumb in the center of the rail and push it forward. But you want your rings as far forward as you can here, and I want it back as far as I can here to spread the load out here, but you want it as far forward as you can. Once you got your scope on there and you got them all finger tight and snug, make sure this gap in between the rings is the same on all four corners, and take turns in a figure-8 pattern. I like to go like this to get it down to the specified torque. Once we get that done, I like these clear blizzard caps because I hunt in the rain a lot. So you're going to remove this cap, and you need to adjust your parallax. And what you're going to do there is you want to adjust this right and left. A lot of times it works better to have a friend turn this for you. They turn it like an eighth of a turn at a time. Close your eyes, open your eyes, and look, and close your eyes, and then they turn it an eighth of a turn, and then they ask you, is that better or worse? And then they turn it again, and just like going to the eye doctor, better or worse, and then they find the perfect clarity. The proper way of setting your parallax is to get you a sheet of paper, hold the sheet of paper brightly lit right in front of the scope body like that, and then you want to look inside it and turn the parallax until it is crystal clear. The crosshairs and the numbers on the crosshairs are as crystal clear as possible. Once you get that set to where you want it, I also like to take a paint pen and mark my favorite spot right there, And you'll also notice as the years go on that you'll have to adjust this as your eyes change and as you age. So anyways, you want to be doing it on a low power. But something that people have a hard time remembering is when you turn your dial, this is the point of impact. So when it says up with an arrow, that is to move the bullet up. It moves your crosshairs down, but it moves the point of impact up. And most scopes are 1/4 inch at 100 yards. And most of them have a 0 stop. You can adjust this to bring it back to 0 once you're done. I like to use the Champion Visa shot charts because these circles are in 1 inch increments, and you can figure out 1 inch, 2 inch on your first shot or two, and so it only takes 2 or 3 shots to get one dialed in. I like them a lot better. You see a lot of these targets, and these Visa shot targets are really hard to find anymore, but these circles are at 1 inch, and I really like them, especially when I'm working up a load and doing ladder tests. You'll see that your bullets start rising. You want to make 1 or 2 shots, and then you want to turn your dial to, let's say you're 2 inches to the left, so you're going to turn this 8 clicks to the right. An inch low, you want to turn this 4 clicks up. Now to get on paper, what you do is you pull your bolt out and you aim the gun out a window somewhere or through a window, just like this, and you want to find a street light. It's better at night. Go find you a street light and put the street light in the center of the bore, and then you want to dial your scope till it's matching what you see inside the bore, and that will get you on paper. And so you should be able to sight one in 3 rounds at the most, and you should be at bullseye.